Hey everyone, FRATER Super Rabo here again, and welcome to the Magick Armory, the place to arm yourself for total self-development, mind, body, and spirit. And of course, we are still the one true home of commonsensical-tism. And thank you for joining me today. Really quick, I'm going to say it, so here it is. If you are new and you have not already done so, please look below. Find the big red button that says subscribe and hit that for me right now. Then look to the right or in that general area. You're going to see a bell. You want to make sure you hit that bell as well. That way you are notified each and every time we upload new content to this channel, and you can watch it as soon as humanly possible. And last but definitely not least, please remember to like and to share this and all videos. And for that, I thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Hey guys, back again with the had some updates and some posts, everything getting in the works here. Got a quick topic for you today. Well, quick for me as it can be. As you can see, we are on the road. Me and Dubastet, the Magick kitten, she's chilling out. No comment today? No, she has no comment right now. Anyway, so apologies in advance for any of the shaky cam or bad urban setting or litter and such that you might see in the background while I'm driving through the city of Baltimore. Anyway, yeah, so glad to be back. Quick topic today. As I said, quick for me. I'll try not to ramble too much. This is a, inspiration video, I like to call these, or inspirational, not necessarily inspirational, but a inspired topic where I will just be out and about or sitting or doing something, and then, out of nowhere, bam! Something hits me and it's like, I need to speak on this topic. I'm going to talk about it, whether it's just something that I need to clear the air with for myself and my personal practice, and this helps me to do that, or sometimes it may be something that I feel that needs to be heard in the spiritual community, as it were, or just something that I think's important, and there's a reason that it popped in my head at that point in time. So try and pay attention to that stuff. And it's a little bit of column A, column B most of the time. So that's kind of what it is today. Going to talk about the R word really quick. The R word being religion, religiousness. The R word, religion. In the spiritual community, the magical, occultic community, and especially in the New Age community, the word, the term, the R word, religion, religiousness, has become somewhat of a curse word. Dare I say, it's equal to something bad. It has been labeled as something not so good. I can recall attending several classes where this topic is discussed. What's the difference between religion and spirituality? And is there one? I'll tell you what the difference is. And of course, you have, people that get up on their soapbox and they like to say, I'm not a religious person, I'm a spiritual person. I feel I'm very spiritual. Oh, so, you consider yourself a religious person there? No, never. I'm never, no, oh dear. No, I would never be. I'm not religious at all. I'm more of a spiritual person. I would never be a stuffed shirt, snobby and prude religious person. So as you can probably tell, where my opinions are going to go on this topic. you know, I think that's total BS. I think that the R word, we shouldn't be saying the R word. I don't think that religion should be, it's been painted with this, this coat of, it's a bad thing, that, religion is bad. And, now I'm going to tell you why I feel that's ludicrous and stupid. Well, how did this start? I don't know. I know here in the States, shout out to all the my overseas viewers and subscribers, by the way. But I know here in the good old US of A, I know that people just walk right out in the middle of the road. Anyway, I know that when you talk about a religious person or religion, it's kind of equated with this, you know, rules and things you are not allowed to do, and that, you know, a religious person, I'm better than you. It's very puritanical style of lifestyle. That's what I'm looking for. Sorry about the sun. Sorry about the lighting, by the way. It's, you know, the time of day, and, you know, for whatever reason, the selfie on this thing, you can, you know, you get a flash for the pictures, but for the video, no, you can't do that. I don't understand it. So, you know, missed the boat on that one, Samsung. I don't really understand that. Anyway, apologies for the bad lighting is my point. But what I'm getting at here is, you can kind of see where the negativity came in, I guess, because religion has this this negative connotation with rules, and you know, you're better than this, and yada yada yada, and I'm better than you because I blah blah blah, and you're going to hell, and this idea of heaven versus hell is mixed up in the word religion. And most of the time, spiritual people, magicians, people consider themselves to be witches, where they are not, but let's just use that as an umbrella term. Witches, wizards, magicians, sorcerers, sages, mages, shamans, you know, all these words, these terms, that are fit in with the spiritual community. They want to, you know, people that are involved with this stuff, they want to distance themselves from religion, this heaven and hell, good and evil type of mindset and rules. That's, at least this is what I've seen. They want to, you know, get away from that, even though they very much still participate in that on some level, just not in the, you know, usual Judeo-Christian, you know, sinfulness paradigm. Anyway, my point is you can kind of see, I can get, so I'm not bashing, or I'm not getting on anybody that chooses to say, oh, I'm a spiritual person, I don't ascribe to or subscribe to religion or religiousness, or I don't practice religion per se, but I do, I'm a spiritual person, I practice religion. There's nothing wrong with that, you know, so if I'm giving off that vibe that I feel there's something wrong with doing that or saying that, that's not what I'm saying whatsoever. What I am saying is that we shouldn't treat the word religion as if it's a curse word. I get where the negativity can come from, and yes, there are religious values or edicts or whatever that can be very, very negative, and can be detrimental to someone their life, their personality, their psyche, their, you know, all sorts of stuff. So it's a slippery slope, but I don't think we need to, you know, like I said, paint it with a big scarlet letter saying that the word religion and anything that has to do with it is bad. And why is this? Because especially from a magical point of view, we want to talk about the great magicians of old. We want to talk about, you know, sorcerers, mages, sages, witches, all these people. Most of the magic was written, not the magic itself, but magical books, their writings, you know, the stuff that we see, the stuff that we look to as examples to learn and to grow and to practice are religious in nature. You can say, no, they're just spiritual in nature. But, well, yes, of course, but the two are linked. I'm sorry if you cannot accept that, but it's just a fact. Religion and spirituality are linked. Spirituality is a religious concept. And you can say, no, Frater, religion is a set of rules and guidelines that have to do with a particular faith. Spirituality is nothing like that. Well, you know, we're just going to have to agree to disagree on that. I believe that they both kind of go hand in hand. Now, I'm not saying that to be spiritual, you have to you know, accept a certain set of rules and guidelines as it pertains to religious figures or deity or, you know, whatever. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying it would be a mistake to get rid of the religiousness in your magic altogether, because you're not going to have anything left. If you're going to research, if you're going to do older magic, you can say, well, I'm a chaos magician, I'm a chaos, I'm a coyote, whatever the hell you know, the term is now. I'm not bashing chaos magicians or chaos magic, whatever. It's a lot of good stuff founded in there, you know. I'm not considering myself one at all, but, you know, you know, they try and cut out all the religiousness altogether and get down to the core. That's okay. But I'm saying you're missing the point a little bit, I think, when you do that. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of systems that were founded on these religious principles. Now, let me give you an example, okay? You're doing a spell, let's use the word spell, okay? You're doing a spell for something. Take your pick. Okay, let's use love. Everyone likes to use love for examples. Today's actually Valentine's Day. Probably won't get uploaded today, but we're going to use love as an example. Say you're doing some sort of love spell to attract your mate, desired mate, or to get some booty, or whatever the heck you're trying to do, and you want to call upon a said force, because we won't use the term God or angel or, you know, blah, 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 because we're staying away from religiousness. We're just going to say a force, you know, and you want to call upon these forces that have to do with love and attractiveness, sexuality, and blah, 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 to empower something, to bring said partner or person into your life, right? Well, what, you know, you guys should know I'm not one of these anything to be anything type of people. I do believe certain things have certain qualities, and I think magical history has shown that to be true. But my point is, we have established mythos, and I'm not saying mythos instead of a myth means it's not true, but religious myth, religious stories or whatever that go along with this thing, and it's empowered because it's been this way for, you know, in some cases, thousands of years. So if you're bringing in whatever, whether you're calling on an angel of Venus and calling that a force, or, you know, you're going into, you know, Greco-Egyptian type and you're doing a, you know, calling upon the goddess or the force, Aphrodite, Venus, or whatever, you're looking at it strictly in a planetary sense and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the whole point is that came from a religious concept, that this said force has to do with love, and you would you know, recite this in your invocation or whatever. And they're just, my point here, without going into too much details and breaking down all these things and concepts, but my point is that they're linked. And to say I'm not religious would eliminate a whole piece of the puzzle, a whole ingredient. So, you know, otherwise, what makes Venus, Venus? What makes Aphrodite, Aphrodite? Or Freya, Freya? You know, what makes what? At some point in time, there was a religion that taught this spirit, this goddess, this blah, 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 whatever is related to that. So to say I'm not religious, it's false. Or to try and eliminate all religiousness. And then, of course, you know, there's other benefits to, you know, when we're talking strictly from a preparation point of view, a purification point of view. All types of major ritual involve some sort of purification or process that leads up to the event itself. And this is all mixed in with religious ideals, usually. And if not, it should be. It's one of the only ways that works. So I might have to do a part 2 on this because I've reached my destination. But my point is don't treat the word religion as if it's a dirty word. I believe if you do your homework and you look at stuff, no matter what you know, if you're an eclectic person like myself, or you do just a certain type of magic and that's it. I think if you do your homework and you do your research and you really see and think about what I'm talking about here, that it's linked. You know, if you tried to cut it out, if you tried to cut out every religious ideal that had to do with whatever magic you'd end up with nothing. And it's a big hole in your magic. And you know, what's the point? Really, if you want to do, you know, the whole point of doing magic, at least in my opinion anyway, is to produce results so that you can get what you need, so that you can grow as an individual, you can develop yourself inside and out, and serve the world around you in a grander, greater sense. So you want all the tools to be in working order. You know, you want your glue gun to have glue in it. Otherwise, it's just a, you know, weird looking thing with a trigger on it that, you know, you can squeeze it over and over again, but if the glue doesn't come out, you know, when you go to put something together, it's not going to hold. So, you know, chew on that for a while. Maybe we'll talk about this a little bit more. You know, obviously reference some of my past videos on devotion and its importance with when it comes to magical practice. And, you know, don't get hung up on this word religion. You don't have to be religiousness. You're evil and I'm going to heaven and you're going to hell and blah, blah, blah. And it's bad to do magic anyway because the Bible says blah, 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 blah. So, you know, try not to view it like that, but, you know, look a little bit deeper. That's the whole point of occultism, you know, to see the hidden meaning, to see what's beneath the surface, and to use that and apply that. And again, the same thing can be is talking about religious myth, to look for the hidden meaning. It's still religious. It's still religion. So let's look at the big picture, guys. Let's stop this, you know, treating the word religion as if it's, you know, a curse word, and you know, that it's bad, and that, you know, we shouldn't be, you know, if you look at it in the way I'm talking about right now, it really makes no sense, and it's only detrimental. So, you know, you don't have to be a stuffed shirt, religious, puritanical, blah, 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 or whomever, what's the proper English there? I don't know. Anyway, so just, you know, have a magic day. We'll talk about this more later. I'll see you guys in the next video. Lots of cool stuff to come. So look below. Follow me on social media. Join the team. Shout out to my patrons. Get yourself some benefits and some good stuff. Got some contests coming up. And patrons get first crack at things. So yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, you know, show you're a proud CSO. Visit the merch store. Good stuff. Lots of shirts and stuff. I can't believe they don't have hats there. I'm gonna have to get a place that does hats too. Anyway, shirts and mugs and pillows and all kinds of good stuff. Yeah. All right, guys. I went on long enough. My short 10-minute video has now reached 20 minutes, and I got to get to what's going. So yeah, thanks again. We'll see you in the next video. Later.